Hey there, let's talk about creative blocks. You know that feeling, right? When you're just stuck, staring at a blank page, waiting for an idea to hit you? Well, today we are going to crack that code with a technique that is so simple, but so powerful, it might just change the way you think. Ready? Let's get into it. Yeah, this. This is the look. That blinking cursor, the empty space, it can feel like so much pressure to come up with something, anything brilliant. It's a feeling we all know, whether your thoughts are just stuck, totally scattered, or maybe they just decided not to show up today. But what if we could flip that? What if we could turn all that pressure into, well, play? That's what this is all about. We're going to explore a framework that turns that scary blank page into a creative playground. And it's all built around one simple, powerful rule. Make a list of 30. So, what is this 30 list challenge? Well, it comes from a writer named Clemens Wan, and honestly, it's this fantastic exercise in structured creativity. Let's break down what it is and, more importantly, why it works so well. Okay, so a list of 30 is pretty much what it sounds like. You pick a topic, any topic, and you just generate 30 items about it. But here's the real key. The goal is not to have this perfect, polished final document. Nope. The real value is in what it calls the mental gymnastics. The process itself forces you to get past your own inner critic and dig deeper than just what you can remember off the top of your head. And this quote right here, it just nails the whole philosophy. It's not about the end result. It's about the journey your brain takes to get there. It's the effort, the weird connections your mind starts to make when you push it a little. That's where the good stuff is. It's all about discovery, not performance. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds cool, I want to try it, but where do I even start? The beautiful thing about this whole method is how simple it is. So let's just walk through the first few steps to get those ideas flowing. No friction at all. First things first, get rid of any barriers. Use whatever you like to write with. A pen, your laptop, a giant whiteboard, it doesn't matter. Find a place where you're comfortable, where your mind can just wander. And then, and this is super important, just trust your gut. Start writing. For your very first list, pick something you know inside and out. Favorite movies, things you love about your hometown. Make it easy on yourself to just begin. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The rules. These aren't meant to box you in, they're actually designed to set you free. Finishing within a day, that builds momentum. Not looking stuff up, that forces you to look inward, so the list is genuinely yours. And if you get stuck, the good old who, what, where, when, why, and how questions are your best friend for finding new angles. And, as Clemens One puts it, getting to 10 should be easy, right? This just perfectly captures the vibe of the whole thing. That first third of the list is really just the warm-up. You're just getting all the obvious easy stuff out of your head and onto the page. Don't think too hard. Just go. Okay, so let's keep going. Because after that first easy burst of ideas, almost everybody hits a wall. You'll get to number 15, maybe 20, and just stop. But that slump isn't a sign you're failing. It's actually a sign that the real creative magic is just about to start. So here's how you get through it. So you've got two basic scenarios here. If you're just kind of slowing down, take a look at what you already have. Can you expand on one of those ideas? Do you see any patterns forming? But if you are truly epically stuck, you gotta jolt your brain. Ask the question in a totally new way. Step away from it for a couple of hours. Or, and this is my personal favorite, just start making ridiculous jokes about the topic. Seriously, laughter is an amazing way to break out of rigid thinking. So you've pushed through that middle part. You're on the home stretch. What's the mindset you need to actually get across the finish line? Well, these are the golden rules. This is the philosophy that makes the whole thing click. This might be the most important thing to remember. Those last 5 items are always the hardest, but they are also where the real breakthroughs live. You've used up all the obvious answers, so your brain is forced to make these new wild connections. Whatever you do, don't quit at number 27. I promise your most interesting idea is right around the corner. Oh, this rule is so freeing. You have to let go of perfection. The mantra here is written, not perfect. This isn't for a grade. It's for you. It's an exploration. So give yourself permission for it to be messy and weird and wonderfully human. It's always about authenticity over polish. And seriously, above all else, this is supposed to be enjoyable. It's a creative act of kindness to yourself. Think of it like you're just having a conversation with your own brain. You get to be curious and playful and surprised by what you find in there. It's not a chore, it's a treat. And here is this awesome little tradition from the source material that I just love. Make your final item, number 30, special. It can be an inside joke only you get, a surprising twist, or just a really heartfelt summary of your thoughts. It's like your personal signature on the list, a little reward for finishing the journey. Okay, so you've got the what, you've got the why, and you've got the how. You get the philosophy behind it. There's really only one thing left to do, right? It's time to go from just watching this to actually doing it. Time to become a writer. So I'm asking you directly, what's your first list going to be about? It can be something fun, like 30 movies I love, or something a bit more reflective, like 30 lessons from corporate life. Honestly, the topic doesn't matter nearly as much as the act of just starting. So, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Go with that one. And that's it. A simple, powerful secret to unlocking a potentially endless stream of ideas. If you want some inspiration, you can check out over 260 example lists and read a lot more from Clemens Wan over at listof30.com. Thanks for tuning in and happy listing.